Previously on Breaking Berlin.
Is he breathing? Did you call 911 yet? Okay, good. They are on their way. Breathe, Georgia. It's okay. Let me call my taxi back. Maybe an Uber will be faster.
Excuse me.
I wanted to let you know that I am going to be fine tonight. I appreciate everything you do, and I love you so much, Joe. Now, you should get ready for tonight, right?
I love you, Dad.
Who is she, Berlin? Guess I'll do some digging. There's no way he moved on.
Have you talked to the CEO yet? I think he'd love you. Not yet. I will soon, though. I don't really know what he looks like.
I didn't even catch her name.
Hey, Mrs. Newsom. I'm late, but I'm here.
Joan, don't worry tonight. I know talking to the CEO will be nerve-wracking, so just start small. But we do have to thank him for the donations. You can do it.
Give me a run for my money. There was nobody, no one that run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely. Living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Me, just love me. If I didn't ride blade on her, would you still? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. I got something. Hold up. We gon' function, no assumption. Feeling like Tyson with it. Look at how Tyson with it. Only for the night, I'm kidding. Only for life, yeah, only for life, yeah, only for life. Let's get it. Hit that shoulder, me. I know what coming over me. Backstroke overseas. I know what you need. Already on 10, I'm ready come in. I'm feeling go out, this feeling don't drought, this party won't end. If I didn't ride blade on her, would you still? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. Run for my money. There was nobody, no one that run.
Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Autumn. I also go by Akii Sims here on YouTube. So we have a lot of I guess homekeeping that we need to do. Housekeeping. We got housekeeping we need to do. So let me just pause so I can do a little yip yapping, because y'all know I got a yip yap. So if you saw the last episode, it was a machinima. It was mostly voice over, because I just wanted y'all to relax. I didn't want y'all to read any subtitles. I didn't want y'all to I just wanted y'all to really get the gist of what is going on. That episode took me so much work, but I'm so proud of it, and I'm so glad that I got it out. And so basically all the stuff that happened in that episode is now leading into the next few episodes that we're going to be doing with Berlin. So I guess first off, before I start any of that, because I will get ahead of myself, I want to say thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. Y'all don't know how hard I work, and it's so insane to put so much hard work into it and then not see any output, basically, or not see anybody say anything. So I'm so happy that you guys are like joining the fam, and I'm excited for what I have for you guys. I'm just so excited. And secondly, as far as my aesthetics on my channel, I am using a new G shade. It is still a G shade from my dear friend Bree. I will put her information below. She makes presets. I have edited this one a little bit, so it's not the exact same like right out the box, but I love her G shade presets. They are so good for cinematics. So if you are a recorder and you like to make your game look a certain way, go for it. This is such a good idea. But anyway, yeah, so basically in the last episode, Berlin had his charity gala, and now we are a few days off from that. He has, for the last, like, I want to say 3 or 4 days, he has been scouring his guest list to try to find the mystery girl that he met that night. And if you saw from the opening scene, Rochelle did tell him that she sent out all of her flowers and that she got an email from one of the companies that their employee had an issue and could not continue to attend and like didn't get to say thank you in person. And he put 2 and 2 together, and now he knows exactly where he needs to go to find this girl. And now let's just put a pin there. Let's just put a pin there. Listen, my boy Berlin is not a creep, okay? He's not creepy, but he is so intrigued that like there's nothing else he can think about right now. He's been trying to work on his app that is due very soon, but he just can't get this girl off of his mind, and he needs some type of something. So just to get into how we're going to set this up, basically the previous night while Berlin was getting ready for work today, his neighbors decided to be super crazy loud. He recently found out that he is neighbors with the Meeks, which is insane because it's like a whole bunch of them in that house, and they were being really loud. So instead of going to sleep, he went into work super late. So because of that, he didn't get a lot of sleep. So he is going to go get some coffee. However, the caveat to this is Berlin is a smart man, okay? And he is going to get coffee at a place that is near the woman that he met's job, in hopes that maybe he might run into her, but also not being creepy because he just really does need some coffee. Like, the boy is tired. So we are going to head off to get some coffee. You'll see a tiny little cut scene for that. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and actually get into the gameplay portion. Once again, I'd like to thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. Hopefully we can keep building our little family here. Don't forget to comment down below. I cannot wait for y'all to see what I have in store for my channel and for Berlin. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into it.
They never take me. I've been enough of petty dudes. I've had enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh, better today than cash today. Ooh, I just take it day by day. Ooh, never hearing what they say. Ooh, I just do it my way. All I got is these broken clocks. I ain't got no time. Just burning daylight. Still love and still love and still love and still love, still love, still love and still love and still love. Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. All that I got is in pages. Talking a lie. Sorry, I'm faded. Think I forgot. You love me. You love me.
Okay, you guys, so we have made it to the cafe. This is the I think I called it the blush bean or like the pink bean. I don't know, something like that. It's one of the cafes that Zara used to go to. I just remodeled it. But anyway, we are at the cafe, and Berlin just got finished doing a bunch of work, and he was really excited because he's got approval for his stuff. He went to use the bathroom, and then as he was walking out, he bumped into Joan. So he's pretty shocked, but look at the look on his face. He is so excited. Like, he's like, look at the pure joy in his eyes. He's like, oh my God, what were the chances that I would run into her here? Like, he's like, I kind of figured, but I didn't think maybe she was a regular. So he's really excited. So we're going to go ahead and get into the gameplay. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to each other, because she's also pretty excited, because she's like, oh my God, I finally get to thank him, because she's been wanting to thank him this entire time, but she had no idea who he is either. And honestly, she probably still don't even understand truly who this man is. So I clicked the wrong person. Let me click her. So I'm going to have Berlin let's do a friendly introduction and see what that yields. He's very focused because he was really in the zone just now answering emails. And she's like, oh, hi. He's like, let's sit down for a minute. And he's like, hey, how are... Oh, instant attraction. Okay, he's instantly attracted to her, obviously. Oh my God. See, of course his mom would be calling right now. Hi, Berlin. There's a new symphony in town, and I thought maybe you'd want to come with me. It's tonight at 7 p.m. I'm good. You go ahead without me. Mom being weird. Okay. But yeah. So let's see what sentiment they got. Okay, first impression. Okay. Hold on. Let's go here. Okay, so we don't know much about her. I mean, we kind of do. We know that she uses Simlish. We have amazing compatibility from the rip, I guess. She's a social worker because she's a part of that, career. He is very attracted to her. It says Sims are more attracted to Sims with attributes that match their turn-ons. Set turn-ons and turn-offs and create a Sim. So they got his first impression on her is that she's an interesting Sim. So there's just something about Joan that seems to vibe in a way that appeals to Berlin. Ooh. And her first impression on him is that he's strong-minded. This Sim is very confident, empowered vibe to be real, or be it real or just a facade. So she thinks that he's strong-minded. Oh snap. And I feel like, oh, okay, that was awkward. Now he's talking to the... Okay, no, we're not talking to the barista. We're not doing that. But we're going to ask her, like, how are you? Stop talking to the barista, child. Okay, yeah, we're gonna ask, how are you? I don't know why it didn't go through the first time, but he's like, hey, how have you been? Like, last time we met, it wasn't very good, but she said things could be much better, but maybe I shouldn't complain. Oh, okay, well, like, we're sorry to hear that, but how are things with whatever was going on? And I think he's going to... We don't know her to be like deep thought and stuff, but maybe we'll just like gossip, but it's not like gossip. He just wants to know if everything is okay I'm so glad that I locked the doors, because it's all types of stuff going on outside. And she's basically just saying like, no, everything's fine. Like, thank you once again. And she's probably asking him, like, I don't know, maybe she's going to ask him, like, what are your interests, or like discuss interests, like, what are your interests or something, because I want to be able to like take you out to like get a coffee or something. He was like, oh, I just had a coffee. And she's like, well, maybe I could, like, I don't know, I want to thank you properly. And he's like, no, rest assured, everything's fine. Like, you don't got to thank me. And he's probably just so like intrigued. So he's like, so you said your name was Joan, right? And she's like, yeah. And he's going to small talk, and we're just gonna ask what her career is, and we're gonna do some more small talk. We're gonna do a bunch of small talk because he's got nothing but time. Okay, I mean, she definitely might have a time crunch, but he's got time. So we're gonna ask her about her day. Okay, they came over here, I guess. Maybe they wanted to get a better look at this beautiful cloudy sky. And he's like, so what do you do at the social services? And she's like, oh, I'm a social servant assistant at the Sims Services Resources. And he's like, oh, that's cool. Oh my God, not I love you, sir. You do not know her like that. And she's like, yeah, it's a lot of work. We're really busy. It's busy season right now. And maybe we're going to, maybe she's like, what do you do? And he's gonna like kind of like humbly brag about, no, sit back down, humbly brag about his like business. And he's just gonna be like, oh, you know, I have a little startup that I made. It's quite popular actually. And she's like, oh, that's so cool. She's like, yeah, so you must be one of the contributors for, you know, the rainy day thing. And he was like, or the sunny day corporation. He's like, well, how do I explain this? He's gonna share workaholic tips because he's just gonna be like, I'm actually the CEO. And she's like, oh, okay. She's like, well, knock me out with that information. Like, wow, you're the CEO. And he's like, yeah. It sounds crazy, right? And she's like, yeah, oh my God. So express being overly considerate. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna press that. Express being overly considerate. Maybe we're just like, you're so considerate of us and we don't even know you, like, okay, I don't know what that was about, but whatever, it gave us something to talk about. So let's kind of get to know her a little bit because it is almost lunchtime, so I'm assuming she's gonna have to go back to work soon, but maybe we can, I want to see if we can exchange numbers. No, we probably have to like flirt and able to do that. Yeah, we'll have to flirt and able to exchange numbers. And he's romantically reserved, so he's not gonna just straight up, you know, flirt with her, but he can praise her beauty. So he's gonna do that, and he's gonna be like, you know, that night you were so beautiful. And he's like, not to say you're not beautiful now, but you're very beautiful. And she's like, thank you. So they're getting to know each other, and she's like, thanks, you know, I wanted to enjoy my time, and you know, things happened, but you know, I'm glad that you think that I'm attractive. You're not, you know, bad. You're handsome too. And he's gonna be like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure you got to get back to work. She's like, no, I know you have to get back to work. And so I'm going to use the, if I can find it, I'm going to try to use a say something mod. If I still have it in my game, because child, okay, say something to, we're going to say something flirty to her. And we're going to hope that that kind of like helps us out a little bit. Oh, okay, she glitching out. She is glitching out like hard. Now she's way over here. So he's going to say, okay, so he basically just said, like, by the way, I'd love to take you out sometime. I know you want to take me out properly, or thank me properly. So how about we go out soon and I'll treat you, and that'll be a good way to thank me for the ride. And I don't know what she's gonna say, but he's just like, you know, I'd like to go out sometime if that's cool with you, just as friends, as a thank you or whatever. And she is going to okay, she's going to say something flirty back. And she's going to say, are they talking about fish? They're discussing fishing spots. She's so... Oh, okay. I forgot Berlin is romantically reserved. But she's basically just said like, okay, well, yeah, let's just, here's my number. Like, let's just meet up some other time. And yeah, so before we leave, I want to check out some of Berlin's buffs. So he's confident because he bragged about his startup. He's received kind words from saying something. He feels great. Is happy because of the work emails he sent earlier. He is happy because he spread his lifestyle of workaholic tips. Now he's feeling a little awkward, and so because this is kind of in the back of his mind, I kind of feel like he's like, man, maybe I shouldn't like straight up just ask her out, you know, we don't really know each other. So I think that's where he's getting this whole awkward feeling from. And then it says unwanted advances. We're going to ignore this because he definitely came on to her first. Like, Berlin, get your ish together, brother. Anyway, yeah, it says from being romantically reserved, yikes, Berlin wishes others would get to know him more before heavy flirting. Focusing decor, it's focusing in here, and then it says but it says it's a shame just society decided that when you talk to someone you should be facing each other. At least that's what Berlin thinks after he noticed the very attractive butt shape on his conversation partner. That's wild. I mean, she do got that thing back there. Y'all see that? Anyway, we're going to like go ahead and wrap this up because he does have a meeting that he needs to go to. And basically, yeah, we have to get back to work because I'm pretty sure Rochelle is like, where the hell is Berlin? So yeah, we're gonna wrap this part up. I am so glad that he got to meet Joan. Like, they have like good compatibility. Like, it is giving finally they have encountered each other. It's been like a few days since the event, almost a week per se. So like, as you can see, y'all, we are in a whole other season. It's not even winter no more, it's spring now. Like, he been thinking about her for a minute. Like, he's excited. He was excited. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I will see you guys when he gets back to work. Okay guys, so we made it back to Berlin's office. He started working on his mobile app. He has to finish that by the end of this week. I have like kind of some stuff planned and like what I want that to look like for the cinematic pieces and stuff like that. It's just like a little mini backstory. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, we're gonna end this part here with him. So the way that this game setup is going to go from this point forward, Berlin is our main character. Not the way he looked at me like that. Berlin is our main character. So we will primarily be playing with him. Most of the juice and the tea of this storyline deals with him anyway, hence the name of the series, Breaking Berlin. But eventually, or every now and again, we will be going back to Joan. Although she is not the main character, she does have some parts to play in his story. So with that being said, we are going to transition over to Joan and just kind of check in with her. We're not going to spend too much time with her. I just kind of want to give you guys a little bit of her side of things and what she's going through, because obviously when we were talking to her via Berlin, she wasn't really giving us a bunch of information. And because we are the viewers, we are nosy. So we want all the tea. We want all of it. So yeah, I'm going to like wrap this up here and I will see you guys with Joan in just a little bit. So see you. Okay, you guys, so we are back here with Joan. We are at her office. It's only been like maybe an hour since she met Berlin in the cafe downstairs. she's been getting to work and stuff. So let's just go ahead and like jump right into it. I'm not going to do a whole lot of cinematics for this. So basically, she is here. It says that she's missing work because I have this as a like club and not actual work. I did start the gathering, but child, who knows where them people at. Okay, here they come. They're coming. Let's just say they were all out for lunch and they're all coming back now. But yeah, so she's just working, and sorry if my game's a little laggy. I think there's like a mod that's broken. I need to figure out which one it is, like what's going on. But yeah, so she's just chatting, and I'm just saying that she's like chatting to some clients or something, and it looks like Bless is coming over to talk to her wherever she might be. Okay, Bless is coming up the stairs, so Bless is coming to talk to her. And I feel like because her and Bless are very close, she's going to confide in Bless and tell Bless about like, oh my God, I met the CEO downstairs, and like he wants to take me out, and like, oh my God, like I didn't even know that was him, because she told her coworkers about everything that happened. And she's like, oh girl, hey. And she's like, so you texted me, said you wanted to tell me something, and she's going to have not a deep conversation. Okay, we're gonna reveal a deep secret, and we're gonna be like, don't tell the boss, but I think that Berlin, Rainy, just asked me out on a date. And she's like, what? And she's like, girl, you playing? And she's like, no, I'm serious. She was like, like, should we go to a museum? Like, I want to take him out somewhere nice to like. And she was like, girl, he got money. I don't think there's anything you can do that can like pass, like can make that, like, I don't know. You can't really impress him. He makes too much money. And she's like, well, I really want to thank him for everything. Oh, she hasn't even revealed the secret yet, child. Okay. Yes. Okay. She's going to get up. And she's going to reveal the secret. So she's like, shh, don't tell anybody, but... And she's like, what? Oh my God. And she's like, well, I don't see anything wrong with going to go out for dinner or something very like subdued, nothing too crazy. And she's like telling her an engaging story, like, yeah, like I told you what happened over the weekend with my dad and stuff, and you know how that's going. And she's like, yeah, you told me. And she's like, yeah, so like the ball is in my dad's court right now, and the house is empty, and it's just weird. Like, you know, I just don't really want to play any games or anything like that. Like, and she's like, you know, I'm not trying to be Freaky Frog. I just want to treat this man to taking me home. If he hadn't taken me home, I might be having to plan a funeral right now. So yeah, that's basically what's going on right now with this conversation. I don't know where her other her other coworkers are. Not somebody woohooing in this. I don't know where her other coworkers are. They're probably just doing whatever right now. But yeah, so I think it's cool that Bless is here to like have a conversation with her. But I do want to find her other coworkers because I feel like they would have varying opinions. Let's see, lock on camera. Okay, so it looks like Kiara is over here. Are they fighting? Okay, Kiara is over here. Miss Newsom is over here. I'm about to steady seat people because y'all need to be at work. So let's see. Let's steady sit. Let's steady sit Miss Newsom there. It looks like Kiara's already coming upstairs. We're gonna steady sit Miss Sherry over here. She's got work to do. Oh, look, Samara is coming upstairs too. Okay. So Samara and Kiera are probably going to say very different things. So let's have Joan come up here and we're going to let's have a deep conversation. Yeah, we're gonna have a deep conversation with Samara about everything, and she's just gonna be like, she was like, remember I told you what happened over the weekend? She's just being a true like gossip. She's like, yeah, I remember. She's like, well, what happened was this, and I was in the cafe downstairs for lunch and I ran into the guy. And she's like, oh, cool. And she's like, yeah, he asked me out. And she playing video games. She's like, girl, I'm listening. And she's like, well, I need your advice. Like, can you get off of the computer, please? Can you please give me advice? And she's like, yes, girl, what's going on? And she's like, well, he asked me out and I don't want to end up in his bed. So like, and she was like, and who is this again? And she's like, you know, let me see if I can bring him up. Okay, looks like we can bring him up. So we're going to bring him up. And she's like, you know, the CEO. And she's like, the CEO? And she's like, girl, you got to give me more information. I don't know who you're talking about. And she's like, the programming CEO. I don't know why it keeps canceling out the conversations, but let's try again. So other sim, ask about, and we're going to, she's like, do you know anything really about him? And let's see what she says. Oh, it's happy hour at the karaoke bar next door. And she's like, it's with Berlin. And she's like, what? Look at her face. She's like, girl, I don't know about that. That is so perfect. Her face literally says like, you might want to run that by me one more time. So she's like, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Berlin, but I do know about him. And so here comes nosy Mr. Flowers. And he's like, you talking about Berlin? You know, like CEO, the man that give us money every year. Sorry, I did that ugly behind voice, but I just feel like he talks like that. And she's like, yeah, like the one that's in charge of Sunny Day. And he's like, well, Samara, didn't you tell me that old dude was married? And she's like, married? He's married? And she's like, thinking about this computer, like, I just want to get my work done. I wish there was a way we could like turn off games and stuff. And so she's like, oh, I don't want to get into any mess. And he's like, well, you know, I'm just saying, I've been following the news a little bit and they seem to be, he's married. And I was like, oh, okay. So she's going to come over here to get away from that. Because now, like, so many people are involved and it was supposed to be a secret. This is such small office like politics. So she's like taking a breather. She's just thinking. And she's like thinking to herself like, okay, well, he's married. Like, why does it look like she still has tear stains on her face? Anyway, yeah, she's just like, okay, well, this complicates things because if he's married, I don't want any issues. So we're gonna have her steady sit so that I can talk without, oh, not a pose player being in here. Ignore the pose player, y'all. So yeah, she's probably just thinking to herself like, oh my god, I didn't know he was married. Like, I don't even know if I should contact him now because like if he has a wife, I don't want it to be seen as like me trying to home wreck. But I think that we're gonna pretty much wrap this up here. I wanted to talk about her family panel down here real quickly. as you can see, Joan and her sister are the only people in the family right now. What happened was her father did not die. He's not dead, you guys. But he decided that after that last scare with the ambulance coming and the police coming, that he would go to rehab. So he is in Tartosa right now, and it took a very significant amount of her funds. So she doesn't really have a whole lot of money. So she's been having to work like extra crazy overtime. She's got to really work on her skills and stuff and try to get promoted because she needs the money so that she can like take care of her little sister. And things are just going to get a little bit harder for Joan because now, like, it's not like dad was helping much anyway, but now there's no other adult involved at all. So she has to figure out how to make this work with like being the primary adult, like for real, and making sure that Coleman stays safe and doesn't lash out and is just kind of like guarded, also keeping herself guarded. Like there's just a lot going through Joan's mind. So I think that I'm going to wrap this video up here a little bit. Like it's giving that we need to send Joan a little rescue line. Like, girl, like we get it. We get it. It's tough out here. But I'm gonna wrap this up here. I did want to say this video is coming out the second week of February. You should have already seen on my Patreon that I have been posting, or I have posted at least for the first week of February. I will be posting new downloadable content for the month of Black History Month. This week or last week, it should have been a sim and a cast background. This week, it should be something new. So just look out for that. As always, everything on my Patreon is going to be free. So just, yeah, go over there, grab that stuff, enjoy the sim, enjoy the cast background. Like, it's going to be a good time. As far as this episode, if you made it to the end of this episode, I want you to comment down below what you think Berlin should do about, like, you know, Joan. Like, he's finally met her, and I've already got the place that he's going to take her, or that he wants to take her in theory, in my head. But just like, give me some powwow, some thoughts about what you guys think they should get into. Please keep in mind that he is still in the process of getting a divorce, so we can't just go hunch with girl like tomorrow, because yeah, he's a loyal sim, remember? So yeah, I will let you guys go. Stick around for the end credit scene, and I will see you next time. So bye.
I put the blame on me for giving you chances to chance.